All this week is Middle Eastern week, and over a period of 7 days I'm going to be reviewing fragrances from the house of AFNAN. And today's featured scent is AFNAN Supremacy Gold. There's been a lot of conflicting reports as to what this one might be a copy of, and also what it smells like, but today I'm going to be letting you know what I get from it, and more importantly whether or not it's worth picking up. So to find out everything you need to know about this one, stay tuned to Mags Frags. Yes, hello again everybody, and thank you very much once again for tuning in to this latest episode of Mags Frags, where it's the fragrance that's the star of the show. My name's Paul, and today I'll be reviewing AFNAN Supremacy Gold, which was one of the OGs of the Supremacy line, which came out in 2013 alongside Supremacy Silver. It's described as an oriental amber fragrance for men and women, and it comes in a 100ml bottle size and in an eau de parfum concentration. You can pick this up now for £28.95 from the PARFUM.com website, or for £31.59 or $39 from Fragrance X if you're watching this from over the pond in the USA. Yes, so into the presentation, and the box is similar in design as the Noir version that I reviewed yesterday, but this time we have a gold and red colourway with embossed detailing and metallic red branding. On the front we've got the name of the fragrance and the house, as well as the size and the concentration down there at the bottom. There's also a large Supremacy emblem and some small accents, which all come in a slightly raised finish. At the top is the small AFNAN logo, and at the bottom is your usual product information and your barcode. And on the side is where you'll locate the batch code, which I missed yesterday with the box being black. Again, like I mentioned yesterday, these earlier releases of Supremacy aren't as impressive as the two that came out last year in terms of box presentation, but even this is as good quality as 95% of fragrances that you'll buy on the high street. The bottle again looks really great and feels like you're holding a really expensive product. But the downside is that this high gloss metallic finish is really bad for collecting fingerprints. So it looks fantastic when you first remove it from the box, but as soon as you pick it up and start to use it, it does start to look a little bit grubby, as you might be able to see. It's got a nice bit of weight to it due to this really heavy metal cap and this emblem which is on the front. There's the name of the house and the name of the fragrance down at the bottom in red lettering, and then underneath is your AFNAN logo stamped into the glass, as well as an AFNAN logo as well at the top of the cap there. You might be able to just see that, but I kind of missed that off yesterday when I was talking about the other one. The atomizer again is really nice. You get a lovely fine even distribution, nice big blast of juice there, and yeah, you can't go wrong for these for round about the £30 mark. They're really high quality. Yes, so the notes in this one are a little bit of a mystery, with Fragrantica listing a very different set of notes to what's listed on the AFNAN website. However, I have to say that I think the note breakdown on Fragrantica seems to more accurately represent what I get from this one. So for now, I'm going to be sticking with the notes that are listed on Fragrantica, which is nutmeg, violet and peach blossom in the opening of the scent. Then in the heart, there's vanilla, iris and cumin, and then in the base there's amber, patchouli, agar wood and benzoin. So this one opens up extremely sweet, and the first fragrance that instantly came to mind when I first sprayed it was Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultramar. Obviously this came out several years before that one, so I know it can't be a clone of that one before you start typing furiously on your keyboards down in the comment section. But it definitely has that same kind of intensely playful fruity sweetness that you find in Ultramar, and it also shares many of the same notes. Some people have suggested that it may be a clone of Tom Ford's Oud Wood, which I just find baffling because to my nose it couldn't smell any less like Oud Wood if it tried. Nobody has quite yet worked out what this is meant to be a clone of, including myself, and I can't quite pin down exactly what I'm smelling in this one, but I agree with whoever it was who suggested that it was quite similar to Mancera's Gold Intensive Oud in the dry down, because I do get a mild smoky ambery vibe in the base of this one that's often found in kind of many of your Mancera's richer darker scents. And before I even looked at any of the other reviews, I did think to myself that this does have a little bit of a Mancera's red tobacco vibe in the far dry down. This for me though is a hybrid between the opening of Ultramal and the dry down of a Mancera fragrance. The sweetness will probably lean a little bit too feminine or juvenile for some of you guys out there, but I actually really like how this one smells. This to me is a playful clubbing type fragrance for younger guys in their late teens and early 20s. Obviously anyone of any age can wear any fragrance any time of the year, but I do get more of a young person's vibe from this one, but I'd still wear it outdoors casually on the odd occasion. It's super sweet and it's better suited to the cooler months of the year. I could imagine this could get a little bit cloying on warmer days if you were to wear it indoors, or especially in a small room or office. I personally don't think it leans particularly feminine, but I know a lot of you guys out there will, so I would use Ultramal as your guide, because that's the level of sweetness that we're dealing with in this one, perhaps even a fraction more sweet. It's pretty long lasting and it's a 6 to 7 hour scent, and it projects well for the first hour or two, and then it's more of a skin scent for the most part. And after the first couple of hours you'll only get fairly mild wafts from it. It's definitely not a beast mode fragrance, and I would say that if you enjoy this kind of sweet scent DNA, you're probably better off going with AFNAN's 9pm, which projects better, lasts longer, and is around about the same price. I did a full review of that one on day 142 of my project, so feel free to go and check that out whilst waiting for tomorrow's Supremacy review. Yeah, this is a really nice smelling fragrance, but if you already own AFNAN's 9pm, there's not really much need to own this one unless you're a collector, or if you do what I did and accidentally drop your full bottle of 9pm on the floor and smash it into a million pieces and spill 100 ml of juice all over your carpet, then you might want to consider it. Mind you, my carpet did smell absolutely great for about a month after I'd cleaned it up, but still a very sad day whenever you break one of your bottles, even if it is a cheapie. So back to this one, and it's got decent but not great performance. However, the presentation and the scent quality is really good, and for around about the £30 mark, I think it's a great value fragrance pickup. Yes, so once again, that's about it for today's scent of the day. But don't forget, I'll be back tomorrow with another one from the Supremacy line. So don't forget to hit that bell icon if you want to be notified when I upload that, as well as all future uploads. Also, if you've enjoyed this content and you found the video at all useful, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel. So until next time, everybody, thank you very much once again for tuning in. Stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you tomorrow at the same time, same place for another one. Bye bye for now.